POV, you walked into the wrong classroom. Why does Springtrap follow the audio lure even when he's checked 100 times? Is he stupid? No really, this isn't a meme. Is he actually stupid? Every time the characters are in show mode, they sing talking in your sleep. Even back in the training footage. Could this be a reference to if I had to sing that same stupid song for 20 years and I never got a bath? I'd be a bit irritable too. My teacher spent the entirety of class on the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. Look dipshot, stop being cryptic, and say how can I find him? Go play BB's Air Adventure. What does that mean? Then Chica's Party. What? Scott, why is Bonnie floating? Bonnie does not abide by the rules of time, space, or physics. Every other character's fandom portrayal, varied, interesting, evolved over the years. Phone Guy's fandom portrayal literally has not changed since 2014. Everything wrong with Five Nights at Freddy's 2023, according to you. This is what I imagine Scott's nightmare looked like. Poppy playtime doing what Five Nights at Freddy's couldn't. Five Nights at Freddy's was literally founded on dead children. What the heck are you talking about? One of the animatronics moved by itself on the set of Five Nights at Freddy's. The animatronic all of a sudden twitched its eye. I looked at the puppeteer and I was like, did you do that? And she said, no. Did no one smell rotting corpses? Surely the animatronics would smell foul if there were dead bodies inside. Scott in 2003. Scott now. My brother was telling me that G Freddy is Michael because he saw this in shorts. I'm dying because I'm Michael Afton. When I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I didn't know this was Golden Freddy. I thought this was Freddy kinda broken, but no, I'm such an idiot. It's so over. As the sun sets and night washes over the island, the creatures begin to stir and the hunt is upon us. About to mess up some old Ace Bizarre for $50. Wish me luck. You know what? I don't think Scraptrap's design is that bad. Because Fox's arm is on fire. Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic spontaneously combusted while filming. Five Nights at Freddy's experience an alarming on-set glitch as one of the characters' animatronic arms spontaneously burst into flames. Five Nights at Freddy's is now certified gold in the US. Our high school had pizza day and fresh oven baked. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. The truth is that I've done one actual retcon in the series, although I'm not going to say where it was. Scott Carhorn. What animatronics from the 80s looked like. What Five Nights at Freddy's fans think animatronics from the 80s looked like. Garten of Banban is about to steal a world record from Five Nights at Freddy's, and we can't do anything about it. Garten of Banban 5. First date, kinda nervous. So are they like roommates in this ending? The movie never explained how Cupcake is alive. What's your explanation? If you had to permanently delete any Five Nights at Freddy's game from history, which one would you pick? Why is Bonnie exploding? Has anyone else noticed this? There are two versions of Helpy that you can see throughout the game. My theory is that the mimic might be controlling it because there is veins or wires at the back of the head, and also the eyes changed to orange. Normal, quacked or corrupted. Take one pill, and you will never play the other again. The Five Nights at Freddy's 3 experience. I got a audio lure his ace to cam 01. Or I'm finished. Father made it to the office. Forced creepiness. Is made to look scary. Does not fit in a family restaurant. Feels forced and thus goofy in a game setting. Unintentional creepiness. Is not made with the intention to be scary and thus fits the setting. Creepiness comes from lighting and situation. Feels fitting yet still off-putting in the game setting. Some interesting notes from the cookbook. Freddy fact. Chica was a backup singer in Freddy's band when the first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was opened back in 1983. Freddy fact. Don't forget to visit Monty's Gator Golf, aka Monty Golf and formerly Monty's Wild Golf, home of the Hurricane Hole-in-One. You do realize that lunch is the most important meal of the day. I thought it was breakfast. Some people say that, but, you know, it's just a theory. Doubt gives proof that a character doesn't require a lot of screen time in order to be memorable. Caution. ID will be required, so please have it ready. Please be kind to our staff. 15. It's the law. Is the protagonist Michael Afton a guide? Yep, that's Mike. Yeah, I can see that. Debatable, but probably not. If you believe in Glamike, maybe? Yeah, no, definitely not. Canonically no. Shreddy Saw Bear. I'm officially naming the texture Freddy Head Shreddy Saw Bear and nobody can stop me. I know this question is stupid, but why doesn't Bonnie have eyebrows? You'll spend 30 years in the costume, Matthew. Why Freddy likes to hang out in the women's restroom. I hate how many people actually believe that Dream Theory was the original plan. The old man told her to rest, but she rejected the offer. I tried to make a Freddy Fazbear snowman, but now it kinda looks like Fredbear to me. Color them yellow, and it's literally the Fredbear's Family Diner cutscenes from Five Nights at Freddy's 4. December 1st is the day every single radio station. Why does Springtrap Head Corpse doesn't look like a human head? And how did it not like decompose? Mop, a weird dog got him. Do you think hanging out with possessed robots would be cool if they weren't trying to kill you? What kind of name for a serial killer is Dave? I told you not to speak. It's not an order. It's a friendly reminder. Do you know what I've put you inside? Your girlfriend? Is there a law reason why Enders have teeth? Just realized one of the decommissioned suits is actually the same one from the training tape. I'm super embarrassed to admit this, but I made a bunch of those grey body pieces and never connected that they were the body of Shreddy Fazbear. How glam rock Chica reads if it's robot with mechanic parts without organs. Five Nights at Freddy's VHS is my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's media. Fredbear, aka the bad guy, basically an analog for Afton. Killed people to achieve immortality and all that. Made a bunch of enemies before promptly disappearing off the face of the earth. Freddy now has to deal with the consequences of this sleazy bastard's actions. Sammy is squidnapped and murdered by William. He forms an entity of what killed him and started to possess it. Okay, Faz gang. Here's the Faz plan. Shut the duck up. Too complicated. Oh, hey, little guy. We could get that Monty guy to temporarily fill in for you again. With permission from the admin, I would like a 10-year-old girlfriend who likes Five Nights at Freddy's and dresses herself as a toy girl. We'll walk out of the theater if this turns out to be like this. Together, we are Five Nights at Freddy's. If we weren't meant to sexualize sun and moon, then why are they so hole-shaped? Why does everyone make William hate his kids all of the time? I love a wholesome Mama William. The idea that he still loves his kids, and they still love him, after everything they've been through warms me from the inside. I don't personally see any Afton hating each other, rather, I see them being protective, caring, and loving over each other. Change my mind, I dare you. I showed you my endo, please respond. Ah yes, me. my large adoptive robotic bear father, and his 8-foot gator boyfriend, Gregory. I told you, Freddy, if you flirt with a meme, you in turn will get memed. Freddy, I should have listened to you. Gregory, I'm the flirt master. Fear my gremlin powers. Monty, snoring. I wanna get a commission like this, except instead of F-Boy McDonald's, it's F-Boy Freddy Fazbear's. When Novikako permabans you for spamming racial slurs, so you have to make an alt, I always come back. The Banana Splits movie, Willy's Wonderland, TVMA, The Five Nights at Freddy's movie, PG-13. Me staring at the Walmart camera with 6 packs of gum up my ace. Watched Five Nights at Freddy's. Did you like it very much? The chicken was heat. Me when I realized Five Nights at Freddy's fans actually thought their movie might not be shut. Are you serious? Me watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie as they form the Faz gang, build a pillow fort, tickle each other, and all lay down and stare at the sky together. Five Nights at Freddy's fans on their way to defend the most mediocre movie by saying some shit like it was for the fans, not the critics. Gamers after realizing the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is shot at only 24 FPS. Is it really worth it? Hey, can I copy your homework? Sure. Just make it look a little different, so it doesn't look like you just copied it. Result: Five Nights at Freddy's. 5 nights of fun. Duck zodiac signs. Which one is your favorite purple guy? The fact that I was sent this randomly by my friend scares me. When you accidentally sit on a lethal amount of uranium. They're sharp. I'ma be real with you, my dog acting different today. Hey, did you all see the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer? What's Five Nights at Freddy's? Who dares challenge the unholy one for his throne? I'm the one guy that leaked the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and I invented the Grimace Shake. My liege. Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay. Five Nights at Freddy's lore. Five Nights at Freddy's lore for dummies. Afton did it. A reference for the rest of us. Five Nights at Freddy's fans, when they realize security breach only has one night. When society think of Gen Z they think of this. But this is me, I'm Gen Z by the way. Gentlemen, it is with great pleasure to inform you that Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin is actually good. Wow. How did you get like that? Every time the month gets closer to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I do one push-up. Jesus Christ. Teacher, what are you laughing at? Me, nothing. The image in my head. When a kid sees Fredbear's mouth in 1983. I can do anything. Can you solve Five Nights at Freddy's lore? Wait, what? Running a successful business based around entertaining children with animatronics, killing those children, and stuffing their bodies into the animatronics. Me and the boys on our way to Five Nights at Freddy's movie premiere night. Karen, this place snacks. Let me see your manager. Manager. Everyone in store. The most popular horror game series ever. Criticizing a beaver woodworking game for being scary. When I play through Ruin and finally understand who the mimic is. Me explaining the entire Five Nights at Freddy's lore. My parents. POV, you pulled out gum in the class. I don't like Five Nights at Freddy's. Notice green is not on here. There's saws in the Freddy mask. It's the last thing Scott is making. The eyes are red. A villain in one basic color whose main goal is to kill the protagonist and loves toast. A villain in one basic color whose main goal is to kill the protagonist and loves toast. Listen up kid, I don't have much time. Five Nights at Freddy's movie 2 is coming out. Nobody. What Bonnie is like. When you have a school photo. Time to smile. Cheese. Third day posting Jacko Bonnie. My dad watching some videos. My dad watching sus videos. Foxy standing in the dark. Welcome to McDonald's matey. What can I get for ya? Me when they say my VR headset is coming the next day and not today. UPS. What is your favorite Fazbear Frights animatronic? Tap tap tap. Google. Five Nights at Freddy's Rule 30 Frau. FBI. Oh, Billy. FBI. Wait, what are you doing? No. FBI. I don't want to do this, but it's time for plan B. Go to honey jail. When I'm in a committing mass murder amongst children and the employees only backstage of an animatronic pizzeria competition, and my opponent is someone named William. Five Nights at Freddy's movie leak be like. All around the world, noticed about Bruce Duchovny's still concept master in Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Bruce Duchovny. William Afton. Roxy, give me back my eyes. Roxy. Cassie. Let go. Let go. Roxy. You're a window and someone says it's snowing. A credit card with unlimited money. Watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie right now. Me. Make the withers. Make more Five Nights at Freddy's 1 recolors. Funko. Five Nights at Freddy's movie. New Taylor Swift album. Coming out October 27th. Are you dead? William Afton. Well yes, but actually no. 5 years when they see a security cam in a store. Hey, you got games on your phone. Me seeing people ship Henry and Willie A. Was that the unfortunate event of the Mighty Crunch that occurred in the year of 1987? It seems as though that event has come to pass, and it is now the time for people to wonder what event it has happened, if it has happened. You get $1 for every child you kill. William Afton. 83 more days until Scott Cawthon's last project. William Afton makes animatronics to kill kids. The animatronics kill his kids. William. I'm your friend, right? Can I have gum now? Welcome to Club coming back to life without her explanation and just because the writers are lazy. Good merch. Funko. When Bonnie gets too close to your door. No camera. Me and my friend standing awkwardly behind everyone during the dodgeball game just watching the chaos and trying to not get involved. Mr. Hippo, you have met a terrible demi. Man shut yo ugly ah. You got phaser blast on yo phone. Lore revelation. Dave Miller was an NBA player before Five Nights at Freddy's. Bonnie has been added to the delivery service. Ooh, why would they produce a million eyebrow-less freaks? Risk being mauled by Springtrap. Stay in your room. 7-year-olds. Time traveler moves the turtle 1 meter back. The timeline. POV. William Afton. This is fine. So anyway, the night guard comes in right. He comes in with those stupid doors right. Hard to swallow pills. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie is Scott's last project. I bet he's thinking about other women. If people think William Afton is wearing a fursuit, then does that mean that people wearing fursuits are spring lock suits? Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. We have an egg, a blue cat, a weasel, a graphical remaster of the original games. Beating Five Nights at Freddy's Night 5, Night 6. POV. You beat Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Then you see there's like 7 more. Lore in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, and 3. Lore in Five Nights at Freddy's 4 and Sisters location. Everything between Pizza Sim and Security Breach. casual Roblox Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay? Nobody. Some random kid looking into the window at recess. Start $1 million business and make kids happy. Kill kids, put them in robot suits, and get trapped in a bunny robot. William Afton. William Appleton. When you're stuck in a bad position during a game of freeze tag. William Afton Law. Destroy the animatronics. Have the souls of the children after you. Get spring locked. Get spring locked. William Afton be like. Don't kill any kids and live a happy life. Kill 5 kids and stuff them in animatronics and get spring locked. The perfect parody doesn't exist. Scooby-Doo. Where are you? In Springtrapped. Hello Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's. Hello Zach Aroma from Friday Night Funkin'. Fun facts with Squidward. Walt Disney buying a singing bird for his wife caused a chain of events that led to the creation of Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's 1 in a nutshell. They don't know that I'm not Mike. The cops in Five Nights at Freddy's be like, should we at least try to arrest the child murderer? Nah. Me on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie premiere night. Me dressing up for my grandma's funeral. Me dressing up for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie premiere night. Horror games. Anti-snow skiing ads. Me waiting in my dad's bulk painted car in the sun. Is this the bite of 23? No way. A leaked photo of William Afton's inventory. What if we went to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie dressed as Five Nights at Freddy's? Five Nights at Freddy's fans be like, I fear no man. But that thing. Toy Chica Roll 34. It scares me. POV. Afton went after you tell him where your kids are and you can't find them after a long time. MatPat. A new Five Nights at Freddy's trailer just dropped. MatPat. Plenty of opportunities for theories. Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. You don't see Freddy on the cams. Five Nights at Freddy's 1. You don't see Freddy on the cams. What do we want? The new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. When will it be shown? Next month. Puppet dates purple guy. Fazbear and Friends shorts. Five Nights at Freddy's fans. I beat Five Nights at Freddy's, but there's more games. Me after beating every single Five Nights at Freddy's game in existence. Alshia, so what do you think of my dragon form, Cassie? Cassie, it's different from other dragons, but you're so fluffy. I love it. Alshia, I'm glad you like it. Fun fact, my mother's a dragon, but I have no father. But I have a twin brother. Cassie, what's your twin brother's name? Alshia, Ryuga. But we were reunited just 3 years ago. Because we've had to be separated at birth. So human smell can mask the smell of our blood. When you feel blurry or don't know who's fronting, actually try to ground and or figure out who's fronting or conscious. Looking up fan art of Machi Lefton. What normal people want versus what me and people with common sense want. I always come bar. Nobody cares. I do. William Afton. I always. Springtrap. Come. Scrap trap. Back. My friend, you can't recap the entirety Five Nights at Freddy's lore before October. Me, who already did it. Breathes in. Let's go. Doctor, your head operation was successful. Credit card declines. Doctor. When I eat at my Indian friend's house and the food is surprisingly spicy. Me seeing the trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Everyone seeing the trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. First night working in the mall and this looking cute bunny is sitting right there. Probably he's cute for his face. This is it. Five Nights at Freddy's movie out today. Me seeing the reviews for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Five Nights at Freddy's fans. Universal Studios. People gonna die. I can't go to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Me hearing the Living Tombstones Five Nights at Freddy's one song in the end credits of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I've seen enough. I'm satisfied. Me during my sister's wedding. Me when the Five Nights at Freddy's movie comes out. Five Nights at Freddy's will not die. It always comes back. Change my mind. My teacher's face when she hit end meeting instead of leave breakout room. Undertale original soundtrack. 078 U8 Jot. Anything relating to horror. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. YouTube's tag system. They're the same picture. What did we want? Revenge on William Afton. Did we get it? Yes. All thanks to me. 3 cheers for Cassidy. Five Nights at Freddy's. Kids had their fun already. Iron Lung. Now it's real men's turn. The Four Horsemen of Any Last Words. Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Please, no spoilers. UK on the 25th. Leakers. People watching on Peacock. Abishnet. William Afton. Five Nights at Freddy's fans. When they see or hear someone or a user say Five Nights at Freddy's is bad. 200.0% mad. I'm bored. Which FFPS character you want me to draw? Me hears the slightest noise while home alone. Also me knows it's nothing. My brain. I'm going to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie with my friends on the 26th. Me shows my little brother Five Nights at Freddy's. Him, item I hide in my bed. Okay boys, we got War of the Fat Italians 2023 on Saturday. And Five Nights at Freddy's movie TMR. What y'all gonna watch first? When Freddy jump scares you, just as it reaches 6 AM. Me. After all these years. Finally, I have them all. Fans reading the critics of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie be like. When Bonnie from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie falls over, everybody. When you hear Freddy Fazbear, panic. You're not in Five Nights at Freddy's. Calm. You're not in Five Nights at Freddy's. Panic. People, the mob vote is rigged and isn't that good. POV, Mojang's mobs. Who's the best animatronic? BB, the puppet. Phantom animatronics in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Five Nights at Freddy's. PG-13. 2023. Horror or mystery and thriller. 38% tomatometer. 32 reviews. Audience score. And now, you have officially carried it too far, buddy. POV. It's 2023 Halloween. Must be available for graveyard shifts on weekends. And has never heard of Five Nights at Freddy's gamer's biggest qualification. Five Nights at Freddy's fans be like, I fear no man. But that thing. It scares me. When you realize that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is coming out in spooky month. Killed 5 children and get away with it. Die to the children. Every dream has meaning. My dreams. Five Nights at Freddy's fans, after they reach 1,983 views and 87 upvotes. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie releases today. Chica's cupcake in the games. Chica's cupcake in the movie. Me and the boys when the Five Nights at Freddy's movie drops. Five Nights at Freddy's movie. That moment you realize what's going to happen. Violence. Stronglands features stabbings, slashings with bladed instruments and an undetailed decapitation, resulting in bloody aftermath injury detail. Realization. Never ask a woman her age, a man, his salary, William Afton, to stop coming back. Movie critics when they see people loving a movie that they don't like. Injury. When someone told me the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is going to be released in 3 days. Every Five Nights at Freddy's game or fan game in existence. You think you're better than me? Chica in space. I'm better than you. I'll have you. I got jump scared in Five Nights at Freddy's. And I only cried for 20 minutes. Me when I notice 5 kids on the own in Chuck E. Cheese during the Five Nights of Fun event. Me waiting for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. 2015, a Five Nights at Freddy's movie is in the makes. 2023, here is the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Five Nights at Freddy's hardness in a nutshell. Five Nights at Freddy's World Hard. Five Nights at Freddy's Night 6. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Five Nights at Freddy's for Any Night. Make the Five Nights at Freddy's movie R16. Make the Five Nights at Freddy's movie R13. Five Nights at Freddy's movie director and producer. 7-year-old me standing outside my parents' room at 2 AM wondering if I should wake them to tell them that I threw up. Me during the spring lock failure scene in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Me. Sleep. Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Me. Sleep. POV. You see William Afton. It's the 5th time I killed that guy. When a new Five Nights at Freddy's game comes out. MatPat. Lowry. Me and the boys on October 27th. What is Bonnie afraid of? Endo inside the suit. An abomination. Full animatronic. How Five Nights at Freddy's fans see them. Versus everyone else. Hello. Do you want to play with me? No seriously, because I got some good ones. You like Animal Crossing? Me seeing I can watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie a day early. Peacock plan releasing a day earlier. The teacher right behind me. Me saying something weird in school. The card are about to turn on the lights. Me sleeping at encampment. POV. You said the word guy in the group chat. Five Nights at Freddy's one wall with the glam rock Freddy kissing glam rock Bonnie in K2 Paradise image. Here it comes. Me, man, that test was so hard. My friend, yeah, especially the back. Me. When I hit my little brother a little too hard, and he is not getting up. So Bonnie, how fat were her booty cheeks? Teacher, why are you laughing? Me, nothing. My brain. Freddy Fax Bear. You forgot to wind the music box. Didn't you, Michael? It was only 5 nights, they said. It'd be easy, and not all difficult, they said. Burglar, breaks into house. Me. Was that the bite of 87? Ha 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 ha. The 9-year-old in my closet, after I didn't feed him for 3 months. POV, the Five Nights at Freddy's security guard, after he see the animatronics start moving. Dude, it's just a movie intro. It doesn't need to go too hard. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie intro. Critics bashing the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Audience giving it positive reviews as well as a $40 million opening weekend box office. William Afton was originally not going to say his "I always come back" quote. The Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. Item a head out. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie being a good movie, but is still getting hate from the internet. The Mario movie. First time. Who do you think did the bite of 87? It's just the opening of the movie. The music doesn't have to go that hard. The Newton Brothers. Me, darting the whole class. Me attempting to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie in cinemas in peace. The group of kids behind me going yo whenever Freddy pops up. Springtrap is heat. Me. Animatronics in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, the Cupcake. 2023 isn't really a good year. 2023. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Super Mario RPG. Five Nights at Freddy's. Pizza Tower. Super Mario. Foxy is the most scariest animatronic. This mofo. Go to the afterlife. Or draw 25. Afton. Matt could be like. Gregory is a robot. Golden Freddy never existed. William Afton is JJ. Adventure animatronics are trees. Nightmarion is Mario. And Freddy Fazbear is a table. The entire class, when that one kid reminds the teacher about the homework. When you're playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and you forgot to wind to the music mission box. There is nothing we can do. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Work. Who's that? Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Ugh 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 ugh. You complete Night 5 Night and Five Nights at Freddy's 4. There's a Night 8. Finn McFazbear. The most hideous thing known to man. Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, and Freddy. Were you killed? Springtrap. Sadly, yes. But I lived. If I had a nickel for every time Josh Hutcherson starred in a movie in which somebody pulled a reverse card on a Henson animatronic Keller robot, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Me, having fun on a Sunday. My brain remembering that there's school tomorrow. I always come back. I finally found it. After 15 years. The Scroll of Truth. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie is trash. Audiences and Five Nights at Freddy's fans. Nia. Giraffe Lord fans. When Springtrap is 0.0001% stronger than giraffes. You tried to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Kids. Can someone get this 8-jot already? This kid can't leave me alone. This is bro burning my eyes. Ow. The $6 million man who knocked out Roger Rabbit and felt super bad about Zombieland Saga containing more Siggy and Barbaris jokes than Idol Master, Xenoglossia. 30 Nights at Freddy's with the power that's inside the boy with the squirrel tattoo, which sounds like a rejected robot chicken skit. Night of the Bride of the Return of the Attack on the Slinging Xenomorph and the zombified living pharmacists. I fear no man. But that thing. It scares me. William Afton teaching. The animatronics. When mom comes home with the pizza. Me and our boys. The critics are right about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Shut the duck up. POV. The animatronics. When you are not watching. Me when someone says anything about liking Five Nights at Freddy's ships. We are going back in time to October 27th to get a good Rotten Tomatoes score for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Me turns off the fan because I'm cold. Everyone on the helicopter. It's perfect. First R is your brother. Now R is you. Skibbity my friend. Ricky when I catch you Ricky. Ricky when I catch you Ricky. Me and the boys watching the security guard's power reach 0%. Original Five Nights at Freddy's games. Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. Five Nights at Freddy's movie. William Afton after Five Nights at Freddy's 3 and Pizzeria Simulator. Crispy. Five Nights at Freddy's. Crying child. Weep. Make the floor wet. Enemies have a 40% chance to fall on the ground and take 10 damage. Beg. 30% chance to make enemy lose next turn. Sad boy. Canon Five Nights at Freddy's fanbase. Lore fans. Merch collector. Book fans. Shippers. Old fans. Castle fans. When you're at the grocery store and someone is standing in front of the one thing you came for, so you pretend to look interested in something else until they go away. That moment when you forgot something important, be like me learning how the animatronics are alive in Five Nights at Freddy's. What the fuck? Me at Freddy's Pizzeria and seeing kids go to the back of the place with the yellow rabbit and not me. What it feels like to turn down the cold water in the shower. Okay, why did you just peep on the floor, kid? So I heard you have cheese? Kill children and stuff them into animatronic suits. Control them so that they kill all who get hired as security guards. The security guards are directly related to the dead children. End up getting figured out by Mike Schmidt. I always come back. I'll just wait for the next Five Nights at Freddy's audition. Me trying to explain the whole Five Nights at Freddy's lore in the last 15 minutes of class. Me in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Why is this scary? Fredbear and Nightmare. Allow us to introduce ourselves. When I didn't get to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie in a cinema. Five Nights at Freddy's fans. How are you not dead? The man behind the slaughter. I have no idea. Five Nights at Freddy's. Elsa Gate. Five Nights at Freddy's Revenge. If you can hear this image, you deserve a veteran's discount. When the lights go out and all of a sudden you see glowing eyes and hear the Toreador March playing. Marry Toy Chica or marry a ugly girl. Me. Spring Trap in the game. Spring Trap in the nightmares. Modern day Five Nights at Freddy's lore be like. Random bullshit go. We would like to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Scott Cawthon. I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie on Peacock. Hey man, your mom left her fursuit. My friends fully awake in the morning looking at me, knowing that I won the all-nighter. Mom, go play with your little cousins. Your little cousins. My cat's crawling under the bed sheets at 3 AM. Stop coming back. Or, draw 25. Springtrap, give me a pencil. The last thing my food sees when it's in the microwave